Are you ready to rumble? Are you ready to watch the World Cup? This opening match was actually hilarious. Who would have thought that within the first match, 3 red cards would have happened? And, there's a few individuals, sick individuals, that probably predicted this to happen. Whether it was on Kalshi, Polymark, throwing up a parlay. I know there's a few individuals out there that betted on this game having 3 red cards. And for those individuals, if you guys know them, please be there for them because they need help. They need help. They need to be inducted into an asylum or something. Because how can you predict an opening World Cup match to have 3 red cards? And, this is reminiscent of a game that happened in 2010 when South Africa hosted this tournament. And the opening match was South Africa and Mexico. And in that leg, or in that tourney, South Africa got the goal first and scored a banger through Shabalala. And now the return leg happens in 2026. The World Cup hosted in America, Canada, and Mexico. And the opening match is South Africa and Mexico. And they have the chance on home soil to do what they couldn't do back then. And they beat them in a comfortable fashion. And a fashion in a way where it was kind of disgraceful from South Africa. We saw in the opening minutes, within the 7 minutes, they keep on trying to play throughout the back. And playing throughout the back, it's what costed them the first goal. The goalkeeper played a silly ball into midfield, which was a loose pass. And then Quinhos ends up picking it up and shoots it straight under the goalkeeper's legs. And you think to yourself, okay, after that first time, we're not going to play it out through their back anymore. And then second half comes again. These guys, within like the first 40 seconds, almost the same exact identical thing happens. And they almost concede another chance off that. For me, this match, I was a neutral this match until I see who was in the crowd. You think yourself, who could he have seen the crowd? I saw Tyler in the crowd. And from there, I was like, oh, I got to support South Africa. But they losing. And I didn't know what to do from there. But this match, it was okay. It was actually terrible from South Africa. And the red cards in this match, let's actually get through it. I would say the first red card where the man is through on goal. He gets to the top of the box and the player hits him from behind, and you can't really do much from that situation. It's almost those ones where you're trying to get around him, but you clip him from the back of your leg. And yes, the law of the game, he is through on goal. And if you didn't touch him, he was probably going to score and have a shot. So the referee gives him a straight red card for that one. And it ends up being a free kick from outside the box. And then not long after that red card, you can see the tide of the game start to shift. Obviously, South Africa is a man down, and Mexico, they can really get on the front foot, step on their necks, and get really into this game. But in periods of the game, you saw they're a bit relaxed. They didn't want to chase it until the fans themselves was booing them in the stadium. And I think that was very much needed because we wanted to see energy. We wanted to see them, take their chances. This is a World Cup for the first time where, third place, they get to finish and actually, third highest placed team with the amount of points they have or less goals conceded can still go through. And in any situation where Mexico actually does find themselves in third place, they will be hoping they scored more goals so they could go more through and actually, have a way out this tournament. And then once the substitutions came on, Gilberto Mora, one of the 17-year-olds for the Mexico national team, supposed to be their next up-and-coming gem. And I can't lie, I haven't watched too much of him whatsoever. So I'm just kind of hearing stuff from my friends, my neighbors that are, of Hispanic descent. They tell me good things about this guy. So once he came on and a few other reinforcements as well, within, I want to say like 4 or 5 minutes, Mexico ends up getting another goal. And it was through Raul Jimenez. And, this is probably the first World Cup goal that he's had since he started playing football. And, this is a man that almost had his career ended because of a skull injury in the Prem with Wolves. And so it's happy to see that, he was in tears himself scoring and, getting this opportunity to score in a World Cup. And then after that, the next red card to happen, it's like, oh, brother, in a day and age of VAR, where literally cameras are everywhere, you can't be doing this. This brother took WrestleMania to the actual T. He came across a man and straight whacked him in the head. Like, what are you doing? Like, come on now. The cameras see you. I see you. The fans see you. The referee didn't see you, but that's why he got the cameras for. So then once he got called to VAR to look at it, I mean, it was a formality that he was always going to get a red card. And just like that, South Africa are down to 9 men on the field. And for those two boys that had their World Cup debuts, that's probably the last match they're gonna play because I don't see them getting out this group, especially now with the two starters. And they've left themselves a lot to do. They left South Africa a lot to do to try and even get back into this tournament. And yeah, this was a really poor outing and showing from them compared to their last World Cup in 2010. And the next person to even get a red card was a player from the Mexico national team. You're like, this game is already won. Why commit a stupid foul there? The player is like a 2v1 setting. He comes and just swipes him off his feet, and he could have had an easy channel to the ball and just cross it in to score the goal. It's like, yeah, I get it. You're trying to stop the goal from happening, but look, now you're also out for the next 3 games. And it is the letter of the game. I thought maybe that shouldn't have been given at all, but it is what it is. But overall, I'm happy that I got to witness the first World Cup game, or some of it, because I was at work, so I didn't get to watch the full clip. Had to watch some highlights of it. But yeah, overall, where do you guys think that South Africa or Mexico? How far do you think they could finish within this World Cup? And yeah, that has been all, guys. Thank you for coming to my channel, Mohamed bin Sports, MBS. Now take care, everyone.